Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary and I'm a designer and illustrator from Canada. Today I'm going to show you a finished sketchbook that I have. This sketchbook is just a random sketchbook off of the internet. I don't remember the brand and I don't really recommend it either. It was fine. It looks cute, but yeah, it's nothing to write home about. Let's get into it here. And this is just the first page. So I worked on this from December 6th, 2020 to August 5th, 2021. So that took a little while. But yeah, it had a lot of pages in it actually, and they were quite thin. As you can see through them even to pencil drawings, which is why I'm not keen to recommend the actual brand of the sketchbook, but it did the trick. It served its purpose. There are indeed drawings in it. I rather like these ones. I think these are based off some old Persian sculptures. And then here I was just testing out my thank you stamp that I use for my Etsy orders and Patreon rewards. My Patreon link is in the description below, by the way, if you want to join me over there. I post sometimes, but I am a busy person and the internet is not actually my full-time job. Here are a few dinosaur drawings, some gestures, some strange angles, a couple of creatures on this page here. And I rather like this drawing. The book kind of like opens to this page by itself, and that's one of my favorites in here. Same with this drawing of Sleipnir. I think this one is quite cool. And then here are some developmental drawings that I did for a piece I worked on over my winter break of Sigurd and Fafnir. And it turned out okay. I never really finished it to the point that I considered it finished, I guess. But anyway, here we are, 2021. Some mushrooms on this one page and a couple of creatures on the other. And here are some drawings based on reference and also not based on reference. Oh, and Mina's here to provide her tail. Yeah. Oh, Mina. I like to keep her in whenever she shows up because I think it's kind of cute. Here's her tail, for example, over a couple of drawings here. But she hung out on the desk while I was filming this, and I'm doing the voiceover after the fact. So let me know if you prefer it the other way. I really couldn't get my brain around how to record on my nice microphone at the same time. It was like I thought about it and then my brain just shut down because the microphone I have is a USB microphone and it doesn't plug into my camera. Here are some Psittacosaurus drawings based off of a model that I have. And just some random creatures on this page here. Couple of drawings I did from a museum sort of seminar thing, and then the Taco Dino stuff was for a Skillshare course. The left page are some hyenas, and the right I think is one of those Mexican dogs. Here's some supremely lazy drawings. And this page here was drawn during a seminar at the Royal Tyrrell Museum Speaker Series, which was online this year. And this one was about pet animals. That drawing's done in ballpoint pen. I really don't have anything to say about it. And these were also drawn at work sometime. Really like brainless drawings. And when I'm kind of grouchy, I'll do typography in my books. I don't know if you do that too, but it's like complaining, but I don't have to complain to someone who then is subjected to my complaints. I just complain in writing and make it look pretty, and it passes the time and dissolves the bad mood usually, hopefully. Here's some notes from another seminar about queer magic in medieval Europe. It was a really good seminar, and I got some notes from the speaker, some ideas for some sources that I'm going to look at for my graphic novel. There's a drawing of my friend's cat, but it doesn't really look like her because she's a tortoiseshell and she's black, and since I didn't like black her out, it doesn't really look like her. Here are some skull drawings. And the skull on the left there is a pronghorn skull. And then the guys on the right are some construction guys I saw around. I thought their proportions were interesting. Here is the rough sketch that I did for my that yellow bird piece. Like, I made the piece of art and I don't remember what I called it. The kite and the doves? That sounds right. Here's some doodles that I made for some of my writing friends of the characters they write. And then this page is just totally, some random stuff. A couple of these are from reference, just referencing some drapery and weird poses. I like this foal that I drew, this little baby horse. And a couple of drawings I did while I was watching Alien Covenant, which I still quite like. I quite like that film. A couple of dragon sort of creatures. And some really rough ones here done with a Pentel brush pen. I think the art brush pen or whatever it's called. I like this page as well. I was watching some UK documentaries on YouTube, and then I was drawing the women in it. So they have the very early 2000s scene hair. This page I like too. I just think it turned out quite nice with all these girls. The guy in the mask is from a book called The Book of the New Sun by Gene Wolfe. He's the main character. I don't really know how I envision him in my head, I guess, but I'll draw him every once in a while because he's quite a compelling main character. He's kind of a jerk, though. Here's a page that I did on my YouTube channel. So these are all from reference of medieval reenactors. These are some roughs for a client job, so you can see just how messy my roughs are when I'm doing a bigger piece. These are just total scribbles. This drawing here is a cardigan I'd like to sew, but I haven't done it yet. But I thought it was a neat idea. This is like an alien horse thing. And, some dogs. More dogs, more people. So this fellow with the long hair here is the main character of my graphic novel that I'm working on. I'm just trying to get to a point where drawing him is I could draw him in my sleep because there's one main character in the book and it's him, and I better get used to drawing him. So if you see him cropping up in here, yeah, that's what that's for. And he is supposed to be sort of like a plain looking dude, and he's not very tall. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've been drawing him a lot. Here's Mina, my cat. And as you can see, more of that complaining, killing time till I get to go home. And then here complaining that the sketchbook's not big enough. Which I don't know, it's not really. I was starting to feel really constrained by the end. These are some nice dino drawings. Those aren't bad, actually. And some taper. The local-ish zoo, not museum, the zoo that's near me. It's about an hour and a half away. They got a taper, and I can't wait to go see the taper. That's not a bad drawing there. Sort of based off of Viking. Oh, and as you can see, I'm scratching out a few things on this to-do list that I did actually do. Perfect. Good work, me. Good job. Very good. More typography. This little rhyme is something that my dad taught me. Here are a couple bird drawings from reference and some creature drawings without reference. That's a hippo from my brain, which doesn't quite look like a hippo, but we did our best. We didn't want to Google it. This piece here, I just did like sort of stream of consciousness and without thinking about what I was drawing, and it sort of turned out to be these weird sort of shell shapes, which I think is interesting. And I don't know what I'll do with that knowledge, but apparently that's what I draw when I don't mean to draw anything. And here's some dinosaurs here. This is an Ionosaurus, which I drew based off of a model that I have on my desk at work. It's just a little guy, a little green plastic toy. So if you see it around, it's actually quite a nice little model. Here's that main character again, trying out some different angles. And I find that sometimes the drawings will look like how I want him to look, and then sometimes the drawings will not look like him at all. So yeah, that's why I draw it so often. These sheep drawings turned out quite nicely. I've been watching a sheep farmer who vlogs here on YouTube, and I don't know, I've been really enjoying it. So I'm in like sheep brain, sheep mode. Here's that character again. Oh, and look, there he is again. Yeah, once I start actually, see, that's the one drawing I like the most, and because it's like so simple, but it captures the look that I'm trying to get. So that was nice. But yeah, I'll share more process stuff of my graphic novel here when it gets going, but I think I've mentioned it before. I'm not in any rush. You know, I work full time at the museum, and the graphic novel is sort of just a back burner project, you know, and if it takes me 10 years, then so be it. It takes me 10 years. So I don't think you'll see a lot of progress like fast, but it'll happen. This last little bit, I was doing a bit of gesture drawing from a Skillshare course on figure drawing. Just sort of brushing up on my figures again. And that's especially when this sketchbook started feeling limiting because, you know, it's not a human format. You know, it's quite short. So it kept cutting off the heads. That's why you do figure drawing on big paper, everybody. Just so you know, you don't do it in a tiny sketchbook. Some crocodiles and a dragon on this page. The little dude again. Little dude. And then sort of a wonky osprey drawing. That one didn't turn out so good. But I guess, you know, practice makes closer to perfect. Maybe not entirely perfect. Oh, and by the way, I did duct tape. I did duct tape this bookmark into it. This sketchbook did not have a bookmark, so I duct taped it. So don't worry about the brand of the sketchbook. Just don't worry about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming along, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.